Let's talk about business acquisition, the process of actually buying companies and how you can do it for as little money as possible. That's what I want to talk about in this video today. And crucially, I want to talk about one of my companies that is a very seasonal business. Now, I'm trying to solve the problem by buying other companies, and I'm going to share all of my juicy details in this here video. Right, before I give you the juicy numbers, gang, before I give you those juicy details, before I take my clothes off, all you need to do is massage the like button and subscribe to the James Sinclair YouTube channel. Right, here's my big problem, guys. The problem isn't that I'm gonna be taking my clothes off and scaring everyone away that's watching us on YouTube. Here it is, 70% of my revenue for Rossi Ice Cream, which is the recent company that we've just bought. A little picture of Rossi Ice Cream here so people understand it. It's nearly a 100-year-old brand, really well known in the southeast of the United Kingdom, but we're going national. We're in Asda, we're in Morrison's, we're in Co-op, and we want to go more. But 70% of our revenue comes in 12 weeks. So basically, the rest of the year, those other 9 months, we're losing do-re-mi, we're losing the cashola. Now, for me as an entrepreneur, I've got a number of ways I can sort that out, and I want to share that with you. Now, if you're in a seasonal business and you've had these nightmares before and you're trying to solve your seasonal business problem, I've got a quick little diagram that I do to solve the problem. Now, on this diagram that I'm going to show with you here, P represents profit, L represents loss. This blue line through the middle here is our break-even line. And then I've put the letters of each day of the month in the year, January, February, March, April, May, October, November, December. So I'm thinking, right, January. You cannot make profit selling ice cream in January. And I'll tell you why, because if you live in the United Kingdom, it's bloody freezing. February's the same, so I'm just going here. March, it starts going up. You can have a nice little Easter and you're into profit. May's good, June's good, July's good, August is good, September's good. And then you start dipping down again. So you've got this nice big peak and these two troughs. Now, whilst I said it's 3 weeks, I know that's a little bit extended here. Most of our money in this period here, maybe May, but you know, some Mays can rain the whole May, can't it? So basically, we're making money here. What do I do about these 2 loss-making months? 2 schools of thoughts here. You could make more money here and raise the peak and go into hibernation mode in the winter and just go on holiday. I know lots of people that have got seasonal businesses do just that. I'm way too entrepreneurial for that game. What I want is to come up with a plan to bring in loads of revenue in these 2 periods here so that we're up here like this and we haven't got these peaks and troughs. Because do you know that the most stressful thing about a seasonal business is you have this thing called feast and famine. Yeah, we're feasting, we feel like kings right now. We've got vans and pallets of ice cream going out. We can't keep up. But I'm acutely aware, like watching Game of Thrones, that winter is coming, so I've got to solve the thing. So I've got a number of ideas of how I can solve this problem, which I want to share with you. Now, what most people will do is sell more, then hibernate. They'll sell more in the peak times, in the summer, and then they'll hibernate through the winter, like a little hedgehog would do. I don't want to do that, so I've come up with some great plans that I want to share with you. Number 1, slush. We developed a brand new slush product we're making in our own factory now. A little picture of that if people don't understand what that is. We're really proud of it, but you might be thinking, does many people buy slush puppies in December and January? There is an opportunity to get our ice cream more into theatres and indoor play centres and bowling alleys. We'll do all of that stuff and we will try that and we'll grow that part of our business, but it ain't going to be like selling ice cream on a hot August or July day, is it? No. So slush, increasing the product range allows us to increase the amount of transactions people do with us and the amount they spend with us. So that's a good idea. This is one of the massive things that I'm thinking of here. Coffee, roasting my own coffee. And in fact, as soon as I've done this video, I've got a Zoom call with someone that imports coffee from Colombia and also is going to sell me a coffee roasting machine. I'm doing a joint venture deal with him so that we can create our own Rossi coffee. We've even started developing the artwork like this little bad boy here. Rossi's a 100-year-old brand. It's Italian heritage. It's Italian ice cream. So I've been putting my mindset around pasta, ice cream, coffee, pizza. Where does it fall in and fold into the existing business? And I thought, we're supplying lots of coffee shop parlours. Lots of our customers, they will need slush. So yeah, we've ticked that one off, but that's really more summer business. But lots of these ice cream parlours are coffee shops as well that could have a Rossi branded coffee. And when do they buy more coffee? In the winter. So coffee's a big thing that I want to bolt down. Now, what I want to try and do is buy a coffee company. So I was looking and I found this person who wants to joint venture that wants to retire. So we'll buy his coffee company, rebrand it as Rossi, and hallelujah, the winter cashola's coming in. Right, next idea is then opening our own Rossi shops. Now, there are a few Rossi parlours, one very famous one, in fact, that we supply that used to be part of our group. But I want to try and open other Rossi parlours and coffee shops and sandwich shops and quick snacks like a pret-a-manger, but Rossi based, all around Essex and the southeast. So that will help generate cash through the winter. And then other food lines. What about if we made our own Rossi sausage rolls, Rossi cakes and Rossi bread? The other day I went and saw about buying a bakery business that's quite big, few million revenue, selling all of this stuff. And they supply farm shops, Rossi supplies farm shops, and I'm thinking I can leverage the existing team to grow that business. So now I'm thinking winter in the summer. Now in my existing business, I made a Party Man World, which is an indoor play business. I made all the money in the winter and lost all the money in the summer because it's an indoor business. With Rossi, I make all the money in the summer and lose in the winter. But I've built, I suppose, an ecosystem of businesses where some do well in the winter and others do well in the summer, like Marsh Farm, like Rossi, my other businesses. So with Rossi, I'm thinking winter in the summer. Now, if you have got seasonal business, margin is your friend. I did share my last video about a bloke selling a 99 whippy ice cream, you know, like a 99, from his ice cream van for a £5. And he argued, well, I've only got 4 months to make my money. I've only got 12 weeks to really make my money. And that needs to see me through the winter. So he's using margin to get ready to hibernate. So margin is really important on a seasonal business. Next, buying companies that fold into your existing empire easily. Really important that you find a way of doing this and leverage. What do I mean by this? Well, look, those coffee companies that I spoke about, the bakery business, we've got a sales team, we've got a production factory, we've got vans, they've got vans. Folding them all in allows us to leverage each arm of the business. And here's the other thing. I bought that bakery food service business. If I did do that deal, my 11 leisure attractions, we then buy all the food from them. So I'm keeping the turnover and the costs of the business within the same organisation. Jesus, that sort of stuff really turns me on, because rather than letting the profits go out, they stay within. And so if I was spending £250,000 on that sort of food line, say there's £70,000 worth of profit on that, I then bring that back into the business and I don't buy from them now. So that business then automatically benefits from a £250,000 uplift in turnover. Hallelujah. So you're probably thinking this is a great idea, this business acquisition strategy for solving a seasonal business problem. You're probably thinking though, where do I find these deals? James, how do I find these deals? You've done it multiple times. Well, there are a number of strategies that I use and I've popped them all in my Entrepreneurs University, which you can try for free for 14 days. Just go to my website, jamessinclair.net, and there's a whole business buying section on modules. There's also stuff on property and growing your business and all that stuff. Try it free 14 days. So what you think at jamessinclair.net. But let me tickle your taste buds right now. So where do you find deals? Now, I've just given you some flavors here. Networking, that's still the biggest thing that has made me find deals. I'm really well known in the industries that I operate on. Now, I wouldn't know how to buy an engineering company. I wouldn't know, I don't know, how to buy a house building company. Well, I would know how to buy the strategies, but I wouldn't have the leads come to me. Make sure you're really well known in your industry. Get involved in the industry awards and in the networking groups. Like there's Corgi for plumbers and there's the National House Builders Association. Whatever sector you're in, if you're in catering like me, make sure you're really well known in the industry. So build your network. Remember, your network is your net worth. Letters. Now, I've given cast iron examples of those letters in my Entrepreneurs University. But if you've got an idea of a company that you want to buy, send a letter in the post. This is how I've got some of my best deals. Snail mail is still the #1 mail for getting people's attention. You know, if you get a handwritten letter come through the post that's got your name on it, you're going to take far more attention of that than you would just another email that keeps on coming into the inbox. And I think people trust you more when you send a letter in the post. Agents. Now, business agents, there's loads of them. This is people's first go-to place when they're buying companies. They're looking for businesses to sell on businesses4sale.com and Rightmove and Zoopla Commercial. I've found a few deals on there, but they're nowhere near as good as actually targeting the ones that you want to buy. There's lots of silent buyers. They want to sell their business, but they're putting it off for another 2, 3, 4 years for a life change to happen. The best deals are actually by sending a letter and approaching a business before they've put it on the market, because that can usually mean you're in a one-horse race where no one else is competing to buy. Now, on the situation where the bakery company, they actually approached me because of my network through people I know. Now, your suppliers, if you're, I don't know, like a catering business and you're buying lots from a particular supplier, they're also supplying other people like you. So you want to make sure you say to your suppliers, if you know anyone that's looking to sell their business, please go and tell them that we're interested, because they might have sales reps, they've got their fingers on the pulse, and and therefore they might come to you when they want to sell their business. Be vocal about it. Tell people that you're a business acquisition person. Tell them on LinkedIn, tell them on Facebook, so that people know that you are looking to buy businesses. So when they want to sell, they think of you first of all. And then the last one is TEE into this. Put time, effort, and energy into your mindset to think that you want to be an acquirer of businesses. I never stop thinking about employing people or buying companies. I'm always looking, and because I'm always looking, the opportunities present to me. Make sure you subscribe to the channel by clicking here, or watch this video because YouTube's telling me you're gonna like it. See you in the next video, bye.